What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Flagrant, and today I have a different kind of video for you guys. Today we are going to be going over how to make a gameplay video in DaVinci Resolve. It is the best free video editing software out there, and it can be pretty intimidating for new people, new content creators who are trying to figure out the best way to make their gameplay videos. And today I'm going to cover all of the basics and a couple of advanced techniques, so you guys can go ahead and start making the highest quality videos you guys can put out. Before we jump into the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell button so you never miss any of the upcoming videos here on the channel. And if you guys want to see more tutorials like this on how to make thumbnails, how to do different things in videos and things like that, how to do OBS settings and all that type of stuff, let me know below in the comment section below. With all that out of the way, let's get into the video. So as we open our DaVinci Resolve folder program, the first thing that I want to kind of go over is organization. And the first thing that I do before I even want to go to edit my video is I create a folder. I named it DaVinci Resolve. And here is where I add all of the components of the video that I want to make. I have my gameplay. I have my intro, my outro. I have a clip or two to put at the beginning of the video to get people's attention. I have some lower third animations, and these are just kind of optional. These are things that I add, and it's more of an advanced item. But I put that all in one place, so when we're in DaVinci, it's going to be a lot easier to be able to pull all of the things that we need to make this process simple. So I advise doing that first. So DaVinci loads up, and we go create new project, and we're going to name it gameplay. All right, so it takes us to the cut screen, and here is where you're going to do 90% of the work here in DaVinci. So over here is your media pool, and all you do is right click your mouse and put import media, and now you start bringing in all of your video components. There's the gameplay. If this message comes up that the clip has a different frame rate than the current project settings, would you like to change your time frame rate and format to match? Don't change. Do not change the frame rate of the recordings you've already made. Click don't change. Okay, boom. It added our gameplay. Let's add this clip. Let's add our intro, outro, and again, I'm just right clicking my mouse, clicking import media. We're going to add our lower thirds. And now that we have all of our components here, we are going to go ahead and start. So the first thing that we do is we click this little button here, and we're going to add a tab. Then we are going to grab our clip, and we're just going to drag it down. We're going to hold it and drag it down. There it goes. All right, so here is your play, stop, start of the track, end of the track. We're going to go ahead and skip to the end of the track. And then we are going to add our intro video after we did our starting clip. And we're just going to drag it down, and then we're going to drag it over until it kind of stops on its own to where it's perfectly lined up in the middle. Next, we're going to go ahead and skip on over, and then we're going to drag our gameplay footage on top of that. And then we're going to drag it over so that way they're not overlapping each other. And then we are going to skip to the end of that, and then we're going to click our outro and drag it over right on top. Then we're going to move it over. And now here we go. So already in maybe 10 seconds, we have a full 24-minute, 32-second, and 18-millisecond video from start to finish. So obviously we're not done here because we need to kind of cut out the fluff, because nobody wants to watch a 25-minute video of a gameplay. You want to condense it down between 10 and 15 minutes. And so a lot of times in your gameplays, especially in a battle royale, you have your moments of action, and then you have your moments where you're just kind of running around trying to find some action. And that's kind of the area of the time where we like to cut out the fluff and shorten it down into a nice, concise video. So the reason why I put everything on a different level here, a different track, is because I want all of the audios for each of these to be separate. So that way, when we go over here to Fairlight, we can kind of drag this tab over. We left click and hold it and drag it over, and we can see all of our different audio levels here. Right? So if I hit play, you hear that really loud. See how the music right there for the outro was really, really loud? Now we were able to lower that so it wasn't reaching the red levels here. Then we can drag our cursor over here and check out the audio levels. If that don't make you slap that like button, chat, what will? Yeah, if that don't make you slap that like button, perfect timing. So the audio levels there were great, right? Then we want to check our timeline. This is a shortcut way. But here we go. All right, so now we're going to test the audio here. The car up here. All right, the audio seems fine. It's not hitting red levels. Now we're going to check our intro. And I guarantee the intro is going to be loud because it was recorded at a different level. Yep, it's already redlining. So before I even press play, I'm going to lower it down just so I don't blow anybody's ears out. Still kind of red. So we're going to lower it down just a little bit more. There we go. See, we like it to be in the yellow. We don't like it to be in the red. And then our gameplay, of course, is perfectly within the yellows at its peak sounds. So now we're going to go back to the cut. Now our audio is fine. So we're going to come over to the very start of the video. We're just going to keep hitting this. And we're going to check out. Make sure it looks fine. Yep, the audio sounds good. We can see our footage here. It looks fine. We're going to go ahead and go to the end of the clip, maybe. Am I not fucking nasty? Whoa. Am I not fucking nasty? Am I not nasty, dude? Am I not nasty? That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the clip here, I kind of like adding a fade transition. So the way that we do this, because I like the clip to kind of fade into the intro. So to add that transition, you just come up here and hit transitions. I have cross dissolve. This is my favorite kind of transition. So all you do now that you have this open is you click the clip. It's highlighted orange now. Then you look right here and see what it says. Applied to the end of the clip. You do that. There we go. Now check it out. All right. Check it out. See how it faded into the intro there? Nice and easy. So after the intro's over, I like having a fade in from the intro to the gameplay. And so the way that we do that is we click on the gameplay again, and then we hit apply to the start of the clip. So now, once we come out of the intro, it just fades right into the gameplay, nice and perfect. So now that we added our fade in here, as it fades into the gameplay, now that we added our fade in from the clip into the intro, and then our fade in from the gameplay, now the next thing that we need to do is start chopping up the gameplay and start cutting out all of the fluff. So let's find a moment somewhere where maybe there's a little bit less action. So right now I'm just kind of running around the map, and say I have no action, and I'm just like, well, from here for another 5 minutes, there's nothing that's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this gameplay with my left click, and then I'm going to right click it, and then I'm going to put split. Now what this does is kind of splits the gameplay into a different segment. So now I can skip ahead and say this is where the next piece of action is about to start, right? Now I can hit split, and then this piece right here, I can right click it, and then I can cut it. And now I drag it over. So now what do we have here? We have a moment where... Thanks for playing, dude. where we cut the gameplay, and then it's going to skip ahead to the next part where the new action would be. See, I'm just looting there. It's pretty boring. And then we're going to go ahead and skip ahead to a new section. And without putting any transitions or anything like that, it just instantly switches over to the next piece. And that works really well. Come on, you were all balls a second ago. All right, so we see this guy. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of back the clip up a little bit. We're going to back up to maybe just before we saw this guy. And then what we're going to do is going to right click it again, and we're going to put split. We're going to cut the nonsense. And then we're going to drag it over, right? So now we go from this. Red dot in the can's not that good. At all. I hate this fight too. Come on, you were all balls a second ago. To that. So after we got our kill, we started looting. We have nothing really going on. We're gonna hit split, and then we're gonna fast forward. We're just gonna watch through. Say we don't get any action until about here, right? Why am I missing so? Still don't have any action. All right, somebody's shooting at us now. So we're gonna rewind it up. We're gonna maybe split here. We're gonna cut this. We're gonna drag it over. And then we're gonna see what happens. All right, so now what we have is we went from a little bit of action that got boring, whatever. Then we transitioned into where we're going to get some action, where we end up winning that gunfight when we hopped out on the guy. When now we fast forwarded to this part where we're getting into a gunfight here. And that's basically the process of how you, you know, add in all your segments and cut out all the fluff. So now we covered how to import all of our media, how to make cuts wherever we want to make the cuts, and then how to add our transitions. So now, say you're done, right? That's all you want to do. You cut out all the stuff you wanted to cut out. You added all your transitions where you wanted them. I don't really recommend adding transitions between every clip that you cut out in the gameplay, because then it just kind of becomes too much. I think that clean cut with no transition, it just instantly moves to the next part that you want it to go to. Looks fine, but I like the transitions between actual segments of intro clip, then, you know, gameplay, end of gameplay, outro clip, end of outro clip, like those type of things. Wherever it seems to be good for you is good, you know. So next, the final step that we do is we go to deliver, and then this is how we are going to render our video. So if you're uploading to YouTube, you're going to go ahead and click this YouTube preset. You're going to name the file name, right? 15 kill gameplay, right? Boom. All right. Now our location, we're going to click on it and click browse, and you can save it wherever you want. I have an Elgato folder, whatever. We can save it to DaVinci Resolve, and then you would hit save. I'm not going to save it right now. But anyways, after you hit save, then you're going to put add to render queue. You're going to, okay, we'll save it. Now it's over here. Then all you do is start render, and then it's going to render, and it's going to take however long it takes based off of your internet speed and all those other type of things and what type of computer you have. It's going to render, and then once it's completely done rendering, you'll be able to find it in your folder for that. It'll be in here. It'll say 15 kill solo or whatever you ended up naming the file. It'll redo it. So you'll have the actual full gameplay that you edited. You'll have all your clips still, and then you'll have a new item that will be the end result of your footage. I ended up saving one from a different one where I got different gameplay footages, and it already rendered for YouTube. And then all you do is go to YouTube And when you go to upload a video, you just open this file and then you click the one that you edited and upload it. It's super easy, but we've pretty much covered all of the basics here on how to import our media. Once again, right click, add your media, then you put them each on a different line here. Then you double check your audio in Fairlight. Make sure nothing is redlining or peaking or distorting or just being super crazy loud. Then you go back, you add your little transitions wherever you feel that you want to add a transition. And then you render the video and start the render so it actually saves it all and puts it all into the folder that you did. That's pretty much it. That's how you edit a gameplay in DaVinci Resolve. It's super, super easy. The thing that takes the most time is kind of watching your gameplay and deciding where you want to cut and, you know, split it and then cut the fluff out. That's the longest thing. If you have a 25-minute game, it's going to take you that amount of time because you're going to have to watch it the whole way and decide to cut out the parts you don't want. And then, you know, drag everything over so you don't have gaps. One thing a lot of people will do is they'll split and then say over here is where they want the fluff to be. They'll split it and then they'll cut it. And then they'll have a gap here. And they'll forget to drag this over until it's even, until you see that white line. Now it'll blend perfectly, right? But if you left this gap here, what's going to happen is you're going to have blank space in your video, just going all the way until you hit the gameplay again. So you don't want that. So you got to make sure you drag that over. I think that's all I can think of as far as common mistakes and tips and things like that. So if you guys have any other questions about this, please put those questions in the comments section. I will be returning to this video often to answer questions. If you guys want a follow-up video or you want me to cover something into a little more depth, let me know down below as well, so that way I can go ahead and take care of that for you. But generally, this is how most of the pros do majority of their gameplay videos. If you're somebody who wants to add a bunch of memes and extra clips and things like that, as long as you have your clip already saved and segmented, again, it's really easy. You just drag and drop it down and fit it where you want to fit it, and things like that. But this is the basics. This is how you make a really sweet video. If this video has helped you in any way, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel so you never miss any of the upcoming videos. Here, we're going to be covering a lot of Blackout, Warzone, and we're going to be doing some more of these tutorial type videos. So stick around for all of that. Thank you guys so much and have a great day. Peace.